Hey guys, Mark here from Ratings.com, and today we're going over the best wireless sports headphones that you can purchase so far in 2020. To help you stick to your New Year's resolution, we've compiled our recommendation list for the best wireless sports headphones based on these criteria. The headset should be very portable and easy to carry around. It should be stable, comfortable, breathable, and sweat resistant enough for most exercises. They should also sound good so that you can enjoy your workout music, and should be easy to use so that you're not fidgeting with controls instead of focusing on your workouts. Lastly, depending on your environment, you may want something that isolates you from the noise around you, or that lets you monitor your surroundings for traffic or potential obstacles, say when you're running outdoors. So with that being said, here are our best wireless sports headphone recommendations that you can purchase so far in 2020, starting with the best budget options. In the best budget category, so if you want to spend less than $50, you have the option between the upgraded Anker SoundBuds Curve or the SoundPeats TrueFree. The 2019 upgraded SoundBuds Curve is a great budget headset for sports. They're compact in-ears, portable enough to easily carry on you or in your gym bag, and they come with a good hard carrying case provided in the box. The ear hook design makes them stable enough for most exercises, so they won't fall off your ears even when running on a treadmill or doing more demanding workout routines. They also have an IPX7 rating for water and sweat resistance, although we do not have an in-house test to confirm this. They're easy to use thanks to their simple 3-button setup on their inline remote. They're decently comfortable since the in-ear tips don't quite enter the ear canal as deeply as most in-ear design. They also have a surprisingly great battery life of 18 hours of playtime on a single charge, and they sound decent and pack a lot of bass to get you pumped when you're at the gym. Unfortunately, they do not have the best build quality. It's decent for the price range and should last you a while, but the cable that connects the two earbuds is relatively thin and maybe the most susceptible part of their design. They also do not have any customization options and aren't quite as compact as the truly wireless options on this list. In that sense, if you prefer a truly wireless design for sports but still want a budget option, then consider the SoundPeats TrueFree instead. They will easily fit into your pockets. They're stable enough for most exercises. They're also fairly comfortable despite the more traditional in-ear fit. The earbuds are dense, feel well made, and sturdy for their budget price range, and they deliver a satisfying sound profile that packs quite a bit of bass. Also, thanks to their more traditional in-ear fit, they do block more noise than the upgraded Curve, making them a bit more suitable for a crowded, noisy gym. Unfortunately, they do not have the best controls, which means you will have to pull out your phone a few times to adjust for volume. They're also only IPX4 splash resistant, so we don't expect them to be as sweat-proof as the Ankers. Their sound quality will be a bit too bass-centric for some. And lastly, they don't have the longest battery life at only 3.3 hours on a single charge. But on the upside, you do get 4 to 5 additional charges in the case for a total of up to 15 hours. And they also have a version of a case that comes with a much bigger battery capacity. If you like the truly wireless format and are willing to spend a little bit more, then the best options for sports that you can get in this design are the Jaybird Vista, the Jabra Elite 75T, or the Powerbeats Pro. The Jaybird Vista are rugged and portable sports headphones, especially thanks to their very compact charging case. They're lightweight, breathable, and comfortable to wear for long workout sessions. They're also quite stable in the ear once you get a good fit. They have a decently long battery life on a single charge at 5.5 hours, and their case gives you an extra 10 hours, so they should last long enough for most workout routines and for your trip to and from the gym. They're also IPX7 water resistant, and they have a fairly well-balanced sound out of the box that you can further customize with one of the best companion apps that we've tested for any truly wireless earbuds. The app gives you access to a fully parametric EQ, so you can turn up the bass to get you pumped during your gym sessions or switch to a different profile when you're listening casually. Unfortunately, their control scheme isn't the best out of the box, so you will have to use the app to configure the button layout so that you can have both volume and media controls on the buds. They also look a little cheap for their price range, but that will be a minor issue, especially if you're looking for a rugged pair of sports headphones. If you're looking for something a bit more versatile for everyday use though, that also works well at the gym, then consider the Jabra Elite 75T instead. The 75T are the latest update of the Jabra Truly Wireless Elite lineup, which offers smaller earbuds that are a bit more comfortable to wear than the previous models of the lineup. The 75T also lasts longer on a single charge and have up to 12 hours more battery life in their charging case when compared to the Elite and Elite Active 65T. The 75T have a good control scheme that's easy to use, a decent sound profile that you can customize via the companion app, and their in-ear fit blocks enough noise to be a decent option in moderately noisy environments. The Elite Active 65T are a good alternative at a cheaper price point that blocks a bit more noise, but for most, they're not as comfortable or as stable as the 75T, which may be a deciding factor. Lastly, if you prefer an ear hook design that offers a more stable fit than most of the wireless options on this list, then get the Powerbeats Pro. The Powerbeats Pro do not have the customization options of the Jaybird or the Jabra. They're also a bit more optimized for iOS users due to the H1 chip and the lightning charging cable. They're also not as sweat or as water resistant as the other models. However, they provide one of the easiest to use control schemes that we've tested, so you will rarely have to interact with your phone to skip, rewind tracks, or even change the volume. They also have one of the longest lasting battery life on a single charge for any truly wireless design at 11.4 hours, with an additional charge in their case. This makes them one of the more practical truly wireless options for all-day listening, and they charge fairly fast for their long playback time. The Powerbeats Pro also have a well-balanced sound profile with a good amount of bass. They're comfortable to wear since the in-ear fit doesn't quite enter the ear canal as deeply as typical in-ear designs, and the earbuds are decently portable. Unfortunately, their charging case, not so much. It's big, it's bulky, and it's a bit plasticky for the price range. They also feel a little bit bland overall when compared to some of the other truly wireless options, since they do not come with a proper app and cannot be customized to better match your listening preferences. Now, depending on your workout environment, you may need a headset that lets you monitor your surroundings for potential traffic or incoming obstacles. In that sense, the best option that we've tested so far are the AfterShokz Aeropex. The Aeropex are bone-conducting headphones, so they won't provide as good a listening experience for music as typical in-ears or over-ears. Also, since they do not block your ear canal at all, in noisy environments, they will be harder to hear than most headphones. On the upside, they're a great improvement over the previous AfterShokz bone-conducting headphones that we've tested, the Trex Air, and in the right settings, there's nothing quite like it for keeping your ears completely open so that you can focus on your surroundings while still listening to a podcast or workout playlist. This makes them a good choice for running outdoors, and they have a stable around the head design that's decently comfortable. They're also lightweight, portable enough to keep on you at all times, and flexible enough to fit in your pockets. They also have a good IP67 rating, which makes them an excellent option for running and intense workouts. They're easy to use, provide all the necessary controls at your fingertips, and they lasted about 12 hours in our battery drain test, which should be good enough for working out and for all-day listening, although unlike some of the other options on this list, you will have to charge them about once a day. Unfortunately, they do come with a proprietary charging cable, which will not be the most practical for everyday use. On the upside, it does help with the IP67 resistant rating, and they come with 2 cables in the box, which is a welcomed addition. If, on the other hand, you work out in a crowded or noisy gym and prefer a headset that blocks or cancels a lot of noise so that you can focus on your music or workout routine, then consider the Apple AirPods Pro instead. The AirPods Pro are compact, noise-canceling, truly wireless headphones. With their new in-ear fit, they're more stable and less likely to fall out of your ears than the previous AirPods design. The in-ear fit also blocks a lot more noise passively, which combined with their good ANC performance means you will be well isolated on your commute to the gym and once you start your workouts. The AirPods Pro have an excellent build quality that feels durable. They also have a decent sound that provides a lot more bass than the previous AirPods. They also last about 5.3 hours on a single charge with 5 additional charges in the case, so this will easily last you throughout the day and even have enough battery if you forget to charge them overnight. Unfortunately, like other Apple headphones, they do not have a dedicated app for customization options, which makes them feel a little bit bland overall. They're also only IPX4 rated, which means they will be less water or sweat resistant than some of the other options on this list. If you want the best option for sport overall, then go for the Jaybird Tarah Pro. They provide the best bang for your buck for any sports headphones that we've tested so far. They're compact, breathable, stable, and easy to use. They also have a great build quality and an IPX7 rating for water and sweat resistance. They have a comfortable earbud-like design that doesn't enter the ear canal as deeply as typical in-ears, while still providing enough isolation so that you'll barely hear what's going on around you when you're playing a little bit of music. They have a decently well-balanced sound out of the box, and like the Vista, they have access to the Jaybird MySound app, which gives you a wealth of customization options, including a fully parametric EQ. They last about 13 hours on a single charge and will automatically turn off to conserve power, which you can enable and disable within the app. Unfortunately, they come with a pretty restrictive charging cradle, so you won't be able to charge the headphones without it. If you prefer a truly wireless design, then maybe the Vista will be a better alternative, but for most, the Tarah Pro provide the best value and options for a wireless sports design. So to quickly summarize, if you need a budget wireless option for the gym, then the upgraded Anker SoundBuds Curved are a great choice, or you can opt for the SoundPeats TrueFree if you prefer a truly wireless design. In that sense, if you want a truly wireless design and have a bigger budget, then you have the option between the Jaybird Vista, the Jabra Elite 75T, or the Powerbeats Pro. If you prefer an open design so that you can be aware of what's going on in your environment as you work out, then the AfterShokz Aeropex are a good choice, especially since the bone conduction tech leaves your ears wide open. And inversely, if you need something to block the noise in a crowded gym, then check out the noise-canceling Apple AirPods Pro instead. Lastly, for the best bang for your bucks, you can't go wrong with the Jaybird Tarah Pro. They're great all-around sports headphones that are only somewhat limited by their proprietary charging cradle. And that's pretty much it. So a couple of notable mentions that didn't make the cut: the Jabra Elite Active 45E. They have an earbud-like fit, good customization options, and would be a decent option for running outdoors due to the semi-open design. However, they do not keep your ears as open as the Aeropex. The Beats Studio 3 are a stable over-ear design that won't be the best for the gym since it's not very breathable and will make your ears quite hot, but provides a more comfortable fit than in-ears for some, especially if you're not a big fan of in-ears and earbud designs. You can also go for the Solo Pro if you like this design but prefer a smaller on-ear format. And finally, the JBL Endurance Peak. They're a truly wireless earhug design that's stable for sports and sounds decent, but does not quite outperform the Beats Powerbeats Pro. They're also a bit more difficult to use, but are cheaper, which may be worth it for some. And that's pretty much it. You can check out all our measurements and our reviews for the models listed in this recommendation on our website. Also, if you like this video, subscribe to our channel or become an insider for the latest test results first. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.